Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CCBC Essex for some Thursday evening women's lacrosse action. We've got the visiting College of Southern Maryland Hawks coming in to take on your CCBC Essex Knights. Going to be a good contest between two rival teams. The Knights are one goal away from having 100 goals on the season, so that first goal of the game for the Knights is going to be an historic one. It's been a good season for the Knights, lots of scoring, and hopefully that picks up here this afternoon as well. The Hawks team coming in to face the Knights. The squad not as big as the Knights squad, as they only have 2 bench players compared to the Knights' 6 bench players. So not the size of the bench is not that much different, but that should play a factor, particularly here in what should be a high-scoring game, as the Knights like to get out in front and get out in front early, and they certainly have the scoring power to do so. Of course, if you have watched the Knights this year, you know all about number 12, Alexis Corbett-Fennikel, one of, if not the best scorer in the conference, but also players like Aaron Moran and also Laura de Guzman, not a scorer but more of a defensive threat, but a very good threat indeed. Going to toss things over to the PA announcer for the starting lineups in just one moment as the teams are going through their stick checks. Game plan for the Hawks is got to be simple. Control the face-off, control the ball, control the time of possession, grind this one out. I don't know if the Hawks want to get into a shootout with the Knights. The Knights certainly will try to make this a shootout. A beautiful evening for lacrosse here at CCBC Essex. The lights are on. Not very cold, not much of a wind factor at all. Perfect evening for lacrosse. Fans are starting to file into the Coliseum, as I like to call it. I'm going to get ready to play our first 30 minutes. Well, thank you for joining us this evening, and thanks for joining us all season long. It's been a very exciting season of men's and women's lacrosse action here at CCBC. It's only going to get more exciting. We're getting closer and closer into tournament time. Every game, oh so important at this part of the season. Stick checks are through, and the two teams, are just getting some last-minute coaching tips. As we're going to introduce you to the starting lineups right now. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to introduce you to the game starters, beginning with our visitors from Southern Maryland. Defense, number 1, Shelby Midget. Attack, number 2, Taylor Fang. Midfield, number 3, Michaela Farrell. Defense, number 4, Jalia Smiley Hawkins. Attack, number 5, Denise LaFroncia. Defense, number 7, Jenna Purdy. Midfield, number 8, Kayla Clark. Midfield, number 9, Taylor Crouch. Defense, number 13, Heather Donovan. Defense, number 19, Savannah Carroll. Midfield, number 21, Ikora Raymond. And Starting in the goal for the Hawks, number 6, Mulaney Wilson. The Hawks are led by head coach Brooke Trivet, who is assisted by Nicole Kearney. And now, the starting lineups for your CCBC Essex Knights. Defense, number 1, Laura de Guzman. Defense, number 2, Nicole Campbell. Defense, number 4, Deasia Cabilla. Midfield, number 5, Hunter Giangrasso. Midfield, number 8, Tiana Hapsis. Attack, number 12, Alexis Corbett Fenical. Midfield, number 15, Paige Stigler. Midfield, number 16, Madison D'Amico. Attack, number 20, Mackenzie Lane. Attack, number 21, Aaron Moran. Defense, number 23, Marissa Hernandez. And starting in goal for your Knights, number 19, Taylor Stambow. The Knights are led by head coach Candace Schroeder. At this time, we ask all that are able to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women of the armed forces with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, here at CCBC Essex, we embody the spirit of sportsmanship because it is an important component of being a student athlete. We ask that you please refrain from the use of profanity and let all spectators remain positive in cheering for their favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Knights would like to take this opportunity to thank the following sponsors. MedStar Sports Medicine, the official training partner of CCBC Athletics. Madison Bank of Maryland, proud supporter of CCBC Essex Athletics. Visit wbofmd.com to learn more. And finally, the CCBC Associate of Applied Science Digital Media Productions Department, the official broadcast partner of CCBC Athletics. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the starting lineups, heard the pregame spiel. Let's have good evening of lacrosse viewing in front of us. Remember, fans, first goal of the game for the Knights will be the 100th of the season. Let's see how quickly they get that. Here we are off. First possession of the game will go to the Hawks. Almost a turnover on that first possession. Is it? And it is. That is scooped up by number 5, Hunter Giangrasso. Gets it up to Corbett Fennicle. She's got one thing on her mind. That's score. She's got a chance. Better save. Good shot. Better save. Denise Lofrenzio, Melina Wilson was the one with the save, and that time Mackenzie Lane was the one with the goal. A quick goal there for the Knights comes not even 30 seconds into the contest. Mackenzie Lane gets the Knights on the board first with the goal. Mackenzie, one of those players, I should have named her in the beginning. I was talking about the amount of goal scorers that the Knights have. Mackenzie Lane is one of those top goal scorers on this team. Quick goal. Let's see if the Hawks can answer back or if the Knights will go on a 2-goal run to start this game. That Knights goal was scored by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. Wow, what an early goal. I believe that was 21, Ikora Raymond. It is. She's the one getting the stick checked right now. And wow, what a quick answer back by the Hawks. Caught the Knights sleeping there. Stambow thought she initially made the save, but she couldn't get the rebound as it just ever so gently rolled over the line. Got the goal for the Hawks. Score now at 1-1. Not even a minute into the contest yet. I think that goal caught the Knights and their fans by surprise. That Hawks goal was scored by number 21, Ikra Raymond. Turning the Jets on. There it is. Pass up the lane. She's got a shot and a goal. Second goal of the game for Mackenzie Lane. That one comes off the assist from Madison D'Amico. So Mackenzie Lane already quickly with an opportunity for the hat trick. Got 3 goals, and we haven't even played a minute yet. We're 1 second away from that minute mark. 29 seconds and 1 second left here in this first half. And what a quick start for this first half. Madison D'Amico got that ball, and she just quickly went down. Passed it off to Lane, who found herself in a scoring opportunity. She made the most of it. That Knights goal was scored by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. Assisted by number 16, Madison D'Amico. Another opportunity here for the Knights. Good defensive effort. That was right where the Knights wanted it to be. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle had some space. But sadly for the Knights, she couldn't catch that ball because of the good defensive effort by the Hawks. Quick opportunity here. A lot of space in front. Well, we got 2 Knights players colliding on the 1 Hawks player. That was number 4, Smiley Hawkins. Had that ball taken away from her, and now here come the Knights. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle wants to get in on the scoring. Trying to go through a couple defenders. Doesn't. Instead goes for the pass, and Mackenzie Lane, 2 minutes into the game, she's joined that hat trick club. Mackenzie Lane, 3 goals. Madison D'Amico had an assist on one of them, and that time Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. So an early 2-0 lead for the Knights. Hawks find themselves in a difficult position. They've had possession of the ball, had a goal, but then 2 turnovers. So not how they wanted to start the game. Still very much in this one. Lots of time left. Defensive effort's been pretty good for the Hawks. Just good passing leading to good shot opportunities. That night's goal was scored by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. Assisted by number 12, Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Here comes Lane again. This time the pass to Corbett-Fennicle, and she can't finish. Good save there by the keeper, Mulaney Wilson. Turnover in the defensive zone, so the Knights still with an opportunity here. Mackenzie Lane behind the cage. One-on-one opportunity here. Gets herself in a scoring chance, and wow, Mackenzie Lane having herself one heck of an afternoon here to start. 4 goals. Mackenzie Lane has all 4 goals for the Knights so far in this game. Well on her way to having an afternoon that she won't forget anytime soon. Be interesting to find out how many goals she ends up with, and then we'll ask her after the game what was the largest total of goals she had before this game. Looks like she may be on her way to double digits the way this game's going right now. Mackenzie Lane, 4 goals. Hawks, only 1. That night's goal was scored by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. So the Knights came into this game only 1 goal away from 100 on the season, and now they have 103 to their name. Here's an opportunity, couple black jerseys around, so they pass it off to Mackenzie Lane. Mackenzie Lane with the great pass to Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Lane decided to let someone else get in on the scoring, and Corbett-Fennicle certainly appreciates that. I haven't had many conversations with her, but I'm pretty sure if I asked her what her favorite thing in the world was, she'd tell me scoring goals in lacrosse and soccer. Corbett-Fennicle getting in on the scoring, and it is now 5-1 in favor of the Knights, and the Hawks are going to take a timeout. Good call. That night's goal was scored by number 12, Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Assisted by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. Timeout, Hawks. So timeout, Hawks. Head coach for the Hawks, Brooke Trivett, and assistant coach Nicole Kearney. They want to talk things over, a little game plan change or strategy change. Something's got to change for the Hawks. They want to stay here in this game. It's quickly looking like this thing could get out of hand. We knew the Knights were a scoring machine coming into this game. And we said in the pregame that the Hawks' best chance here this afternoon was to grind one out, make it a low-scoring game. They can still do that. They've got to play better defense, obviously, but more than that, they've got to get that ball out of their defensive zone. A couple times, the goalkeeper for the Hawks, Mulaney Wilson, has made the save. Just wasn't able to get the rebound, or she got this ball over to one of her defenders, and the defenders weren't able to get the ball out of the defensive zone. A transition game, oh so important. In pretty much all team sports except for baseball. It's not much of a transition there, but soccer, basketball, lacrosse, hockey. You turn the ball over in your defensive zone, you're going to give up points. A couple of the goals that the Knights have directly off turnovers. Great start to this game for the Knights. Not so much for the Hawks, but let's see what the strategy is coming out of this timeout. We have almost played 4 minutes here in this contest. We got 26 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half. Despite what the scoreboard looks, how the scoreboard looks right now, the Hawks, this is the one area of the game that they've dominated. Let's see if they can continue that. Ball's up, and this time it's going to go to the Knights. Madison D'Amico wanted that more than anyone else. She got that ball up. Oh, a good pass, but not a good catch by Paige Stiegler. She's able to get the ground ball, though. Here's Paige, and a whistle away from the ball. It looks like it's going to go against the Hawks, as they're the ones positioning themselves. Yep, it will be a free opportunity. Free run here for Paige Stiegler. Great chance. Real close to the crease. Can't get much closer than this on the restart. She's going to go for the shot and the goal. Nice. Paige Stiegler getting in on the scoring. She looked over at Mackenzie Lane and Alexis Corbett-Fennicle and said, that looks fun. Let me get in on that. Paige Stiegler, a freshman out of Middle River, Maryland, went to Kenwood High School. Not too far from home. Miss Stiegler is. And 4 minutes, not even 4 minutes into the game, and this is a 6-1 ball game right now. Paige Stiegler, 6th goal of the game for the Knights. That Knights goal was scored by number 15, Paige Stiegler. And here comes a restart opportunity here for the Knights. The ball's going to go on Madison D'Amico's stick. And she shoots and scores. Nice bounce pass. Madison D'Amico now has a goal to go along with her assist. And with 25 minutes and some change left in this first half, we now have a 7-1 score. Two teams get back into the center X to restart this game. Got to be somewhat demoralizing for the Hawks right now to not even be 5 minutes into this game and find themselves in such a large hole. Still plenty of time, though, and here's a great opportunity. Cut into that lead. That Knights goal was scored by number 16, Madison D'Amico. Madison D'Amico getting the spotlight. She got the last goal. Here's another opportunity at goal scoring. Erin Moran turning the Jets on, gets past one defender. She's got another one cutting off the angle. So she's going to cut back, give it to Corbett-Fennicle. She's going to shoot. Oh, just missed. Don't know if Wilson was able to get a stick on that or if Corbett-Fennicle's shot was a little wide, but regardless, it won't go down as a goal. But the Knights still have possession here. 24 minutes and some change left in this first half. Madison D'Amico looking to continue the scoring run. She had the last goal for the Knights. Can she get the next one? Here is a whistle away from the ball. It will go against the Hawks, and now Erin Moran has an opportunity on the restart from the opposite side that Paige Stigler had it from, and this is a great opportunity. Erin Moran looking for her first goal of the game. Another one of those two sport athletes here at CCBC Essex. Erin Moran, one of the top players on the soccer team as well, and she gets the goal. Number 21, Erin Moran with the goal on the restart. It is now 8-1, and we've got a large group substitution coming into the game for the Knights. The entire bench is coming into the game for the Knights. That will include Alexandra Franklin, Bailey D'Amico, Layla Tigler, Sabrina Lepus, and Shazzy Atam. That Knights goal was scored by number 21, Erin Moran. And another quick goal there by the Knights. Lexis Corbett-Fenical. I think I blinked and I missed it. I know she had the goal, though. She's the one getting her stick checked right now. That'll hold up since she already has one goal. That is now her second of the game. 2 behind her teammate, Mackenzie Lane. "24 minutes and some change left here in this first half. It's a 9-1 game. Running clock will be turned on after the next 2 goals. It'll be issued. That clock will stay on until it is no longer a 10-point game. Corbett-Fenical here on the face-off. She's going to want to get that ball right back. She does just that. That Knight's goal was scored by number 12, Alexis Corbett-Fenical. Corbett-Fenical looking for another goal and gets it. Now she's only 1 behind Mackenzie Lane. She's got 3 here this afternoon, and Corbett-Fenical pads those goal numbers for this season. I'm going to tell you how many goals that is in just 1 second. I know she is leading the team. "34 goals on the season coming into this game, so that means she's got 37 as of right now. Congratulations to her on an amazing season. That Knight's goal was scored by number 12, Alexis Corbett-Fenical. 37 goals on the season and counting for Corbett-Fenical. Believe she is leading the nation as well. We'll get you that information at halftime or after halftime. Oh, Corbett-Fenical had a great scoring opportunity there. Good defensive play there by the Hawks. As Corbett-Fenical, if she would have caught that cleanly, that would have been her 4th goal of the game for no doubt. She found herself right in front of the crease. Here is a big opportunity here for the Hawks. Need to get this ball out of the defensive zone and don't. As the ground ball scooped up by Gian Grasso. And a whistle. Referee is waving Gian Grasso back to where he is, and it's going to be a restart for the Knights. They'll still have possession. Gian Grasso into the middle now. Nothing opening up. She gives it over to Hapsis, who gives it over to Fenical. Directing traffic, Alexis is. Excuse me, fans. Tiana Hapsis splits the defense. Got a shot. Oh, better save. Mulaney Wilson. Whew. Kill or be killed on that one, and she decided not to be killed. Tiana Hapsis, great move by her. Splitting the defense, got into the scoring zone, and just couldn't finish. She'll get another opportunity, though, the way things are looking right now. Knights still with possession. That is number 14, Sabrina Lipas. Shot. Oh, just missed. But the closest to the line was Alexandra Franklin. So Franklin Corbett Fenical making the move and scores 38 goals now on the season. And I'm pretty sure she knew that with that goal, she now ties Mackenzie Elaine for the lead here this afternoon. They both have 4 goals in the early part of this first half. Running clock has now been turned on. The time will keep on ticking. Or as the famous song goes, time keeps on slipping, slipping into the future. 20 minutes and some change left here in this first half, and Alexis Corbett Fenical is now has 4 goals to her name. That night's goal was scored by number 12, Alexis Corbett Fenical. This is a kind of game where if you're a Hawks player, coach, or fan, yeah, it's not fun to watch. But if you're a Knights player, coach, or fan, it is fun to watch, and it's also important. Goal differential plays a big part in tournament seeding and everything. So a big game like this can really help your cause getting into the tournament, getting into tournament time. Here come the Knights with possession, moving that ball around. Oh, Franklin couldn't catch that, but she's able to scoop it up. Ground ball to her. Franklin could move, getting around the Hawks defense. Shot and a score. Tiana Hapsis. Nice move there. She went for the high shot on her first shot attempt. Got it rejected. Second time, she says, I'll go low. And she gets the goal. Hapsis, 12th goal of the game for the Knights. Her first of the afternoon. Tiana Hapsis also, like Erin Moran, one of those 2-sport athletes on this team. Was one of the top players on the Knights soccer team this year as well. Game translates very well on into lacrosse. Midfielder for in soccer as well. It's starting to get windy out there as the trees are blowing. 12-1. The clock continues to run. That Knight's goal was scored by number 8, Tiana Hapsis. Kenzie Elaine is about to check back into the game. I would venture to guess that she's going to check in on the defensive side, as Laura de Guzman is now on the offensive side. She usually spends most of her time in the defensive zone, so, you know, if she gets that ball in her stick, she's going to be thinking about a goal. She does it now. Got a chance. Good defense being played by the Hawks right now, forcing the Knights to work it around the outside perimeter. Got a timeout, or excuse me, a whistle. Maybe inadvertent. As play resumes now. Aaron Moran. Looking. Behind the cage. Good closeout here by the Hawks, but Moran fakes and shoots and scores. I think she split the legs of Mulaney Wilson. Aaron Moran with a good dodge to get around the defense for the Hawks. And Moran now has her second goal of the game. She joins Mackenzie Lane and Alexis Corbett-Fennicle as the only players for the Knights right now with multiple goals. Reaching the halfway mark of this first half. That Knights goal was scored by number 21, Aaron Moran. Here come the Hawks. Got it on their goal scorer's stick. Ikora Raymond. Raymond, ill-advised pass, intercepted by Madison D'Amico. She's turning the Jets on up that far sideline. She's working her way into the middle now. She's going to shoot and not score. Couldn't see if that ball had gotten past Mulaney Wilson or if it was out in front, and it was out in front. Here's an opportunity. Can the Hawks get this ball out of the defensive zone? This is something they've struggled with. They get it out of their defensive zone, but not safely as they turn it over as soon as they get the ball past the midfield line. Ground ball scooped up by the Knights, and they've got numbers, but they don't have space. Franklin can't catch that one cleanly. But a nice defensive move. Put that ball back on the ground. Now Franklin, can she scoop it up? She does. Good effort by Franklin to get that ball back after turning it over. That's onto the stick of Mackenzie Lane. Lane to Franklin. Franklin gonna turn. Can she shoot? She can't. The ball is taken away from her. Franklin, good effort there. Got herself into a scoring position. Just could not finish. We are now past the halfway mark of this first half. Score remains 13-1. Possession will go to the Knights here after this restart. Tiana Hapsis. Oh, excuse me, that's Deasia Kabia. Madison D'Amico. Over to Lane. Lane looking for her fifth goal of the game. Oh, good pass. Just a little high over Franklin's head, though, but Kabia is able to chase it down. Deasia splits one defender, gets herself into a scoring position, but cannot finish, but she's going to have a chance on the restart. She took a couple shots that the referee thought was excessive, so Deasia Kabia now with a chance on the restart. Deasia, a defenseman usually, sophomore out of Catonsville, Maryland. Deasia, the shot and the goal. Her first opportunity at the goal is a good one. You know, that's exciting for her. That's exciting for her because she doesn't get many opportunities at goal scoring, playing back there on the defensive side of the ball. But Deasia Kabia, 14th goal of the game, and Tiana Hapsis is coming out of the game. But who will come in for her? Let's see. That Knights goal was scored by number 4, Deasia Kabia. What a great save by Stambow. That was the best offensive opportunity the Hawks have had here in this game. Great pass in front of the crease and a better save by Stambow. And now as we approach the final 10 minutes of this first half, the Knights knocking on opportunity's door once again. Laura de Guzman hands off that ball over to Madison D'Amico. De Guzman gets the ball back on her stick. Had the right idea trying to pass it over to Lane, but Lane could not field that pass. That'll go down as a turnover. But here is something that the Hawks have struggled with all game, getting this ball out of their defensive zone. They go for a quick pass attempt, and nothing happens as Mackenzie Lane scoops up the ground ball, and buries it into the back of the net. That is now 5 goals on the game for Mackenzie Lane. Now taking the lead back from Alexis Corbett-Fenikel. But if Corbett-Fenikel has anything to say about that, we'll see. Clock continues to run. The score is 15-1. A tough first half for the Hawks. 114 goals on the season right now for the Knights in counting. Looks like that's only going to go up. That Knights goal was scored by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. And Corbett-Fenikel is going to have a chance on the restart here as she took some excessive shots. I'm no mind reader, but I think she's thinking shot here. Oh. Prove me wrong. Nice pass. Good pass. Not a great shot, though. A little wide of the net. Mackenzie Lane's there to scoop up the loose ball, though. Gives it over. And can't finish. Franklin into a scoring area. Shot just wide. Franklin, a great effort there, though. I didn't think she was going to be able to get into a scoring area there. 2 black jerseys surrounded her. The pressure on defense did make a difference. Here's Corbett-Fenikel, fakes the pass, now does give it up, but it's a bouncer. Scooped up by who? The Knights, but not for long. Madison D'Amico had that ball on her stick after the ground ball for maybe a second. She picked it up and immediately chucked it into the back of the net. Madison D'Amico now joining Aaron Moran, Alexis Corbett-Fenikel, and Mackenzie Lane as multiple goal scorers with multiple goals here in this game. Under 10 minutes left to play in the first half, and the score is 16-1. Madison D'Amico, her second goal of the game. Let's see if her sister, Bailey D'Amico, number 10, can get in on that scoring action as well. That Knight's goal was scored by number 16, Madison D'Amico. Here come the Knights after the turnover by the Hawks. Big group substitution coming into the game at the next whistle for the Knights. D'Amico with the ball on her stick. Oh, she tried to get that ball into Laura de Guzman. De Guzman would have had to been close to 6 foot to catch that one. Long pass. Goes over everyone's head. Ground ball scooped up by the Knights. Still in their offensive zone. Another ground ball. Who's going to get this? No one before the whistle. Whistle will go against the Hawks. Knights with an opportunity here. Over to D'Amico. D'Amico trying to get the 3rd goal of the game for herself. Doesn't. Great save there by Mulaney Wilson. A good low shot. Well, Wilson was able to get the stick down there, make the save. Here come the Hawks. Actually a whistle, but it'll go against the Knights. Hawks still with possession here. Ball's on the ground again. Mamma mia. So many turnovers here by the Hawks. Very difficult for them to get this ball out of their their defensive zone. NJCAA whistle there for the aggressive play. Knights trying to get that ball back. 2 white jerseys, only 1 black jersey, but somehow the Knights are able to get that ball across, the Hawks are able to get that ball across the midfield line. Quick pass up, can't be controlled though. Had a player behind the defense. That would have been a great opportunity at goal scoring. Alexis Corbett-Fenikel scoops up the ground ball. Now she's going coast to coast. Passes it up to D'Amico. Madison D'Amico, that is. It's just over Madison's head. Ground ball. Scooped up by the Hawks initially. And another opportunity here for the Hawks. Can they get their 2nd goal of the game? They don't have numbers. They don't have space either. But they do have possession of the ball. And it might have jinxed them. 5 minutes left to play here in this first half. 16-1 is the score. Here comes de Guzman. Cut off initially. She's turning the corner. And now backpedals. Passes it over to D'Amico. Or is that? No, that's not. I think that's Bailey D'Amico. Can't see the number. No, actually, it's Paige Steigler. Alexis Corbett-Fenikel trying to split through the defense, find an opening, find a crease. Can't find one, so she comes back out, passes it over. And that is Layla Tingler. Here's de Guzman again. Looking for something. Over to Alexis Corbett-Fenikel. Splits the defense. Shot. Goal! Alexis Corbett-Fenikel, her 5th goal of the game. Now tying Mackenzie Lane for the lead this afternoon. But seeing how Mackenzie Lane is having a seat on the bench right now, Alexis Corbett-Fenikel's got a chance to pass her in the leading goal scorer for tonight. Clock continues to run. 17-1 is the score here, with just over 3 minutes left in the first half. That Knight's goal was scored by number 12, Alexis Corbett-Fenikel. A good shot there. Stambow, better save. Doesn't have many of those to her name. I think she's only got 2, but they've been 2 really good saves. Here's Stingler. Up to de Guzman. De Guzman got numbers and space in front of her. What will she do? Passes it over. That's a good deflection there Defensive deflection. Almost an interception. Oh, long shot. Probably was supposed to be a pass. I don't think de Guzman knew it was coming. Regardless, it'll go down as an easy save for Mulaney Wilson, and she'll take one. De Guzman takes over this ball after the whistle. Over to Fennicle. Fennicle. Oh, what a dodge. Split the ankles wide open there for the Hawks player. Corbin Fennicle made it look easy. Got herself into a scoring position. Passed it off instead. Now with under 2 minutes left to play in the first half, the Hawks scoop up the ground ball, get it out of their defensive zone, or can they? Ball's on the ground. Still got it, though, after the loose ball. Hawks get it past the midfield line, but how much further can they go? Hawks here with possession. Oh, cannot get that ball out of their defensive zone. Once again, Laura de Guzman is there for the ground ball scoop and gives it over to Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. And now she's going to work. Splits the defenders, passes it over, and it cannot be cleanly caught by, I believe, Bailey D'Amico. But she will have a chance after she was pushed around trying to get that ground ball. And now with under a minute left in the first half, 17-1 is the score. Knights with a chance to add to their lead here. Shot. Great save by Wilson. And a long pass. Good idea. Just get that ball out of the defensive zone. That pass, not so much. Erin Moran scoops it. And she's looking for somebody to give the ball to. She can't get into that offensive zone. There would be too many players. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle, good dodge, but she loses the ball in the process. That will go down as a whistle. Missed opportunity for Corbett-Fennicle, but she's got another opportunity. Actually, no, she doesn't. That'll be all she wrote for the first half. The final score after the first 30 minutes is 17-1. We'll be back after a short break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here and ready to play the final 30 minutes of a contest that has not been very close. It was at one point a 1-1 game, but after that, it has been all nights. And we are off, and the Knights' opportunity to grow their lead here. Sure, you'll see a lot of Knights players in the offensive zone who are usually in the defensive zone, and vice versa. Mackenzie Lane still playing offense right now, though. Switch in, good opportunity! Shot, and that's a save. Everyone was standing around thinking that that was a goal. Instead, it was a nice save. Kill or be killed sometimes when you're in between the pipes. That time, Mulaney Wilson decided not to be killed, and a good pass that could not be caught cleanly. And here comes Franklin after scooping up the ground ball. Powering through one defender. Cannot power that shot in, though. Wilson with the save. Wilson tested early here in this second half. She was tested often in the first half. I'm sure she was hoping for a second half off, though. Ground ball scooped up by the Knights. Mackenzie Lane behind the net. Now onto the far side. Someone cutting into the middle. It's on the ground, and it's now in the stick. On the stick, excuse me, of Mulaney Wilson. Well, Wilson, very, very bad pass, though, over to her defender. She was lucky that didn't come back to haunt, excuse me. Here we go on the restart. And that's an interception, I believe, by Gian Grasso. Yes, it is. Pass in the middle, deflected, and ground ball. Who's going to get it? Deasia Kabia is there. Oh, but she misplays it. And it goes out of bounds. That will go down as a turnover. Good effort there by Kabia, though. Just flicked it too far out in front. Good defensive effort there by Deasia and Mackenzie. Pressing the issue, forcing the long pass. The long pass finally is connected. And here comes Raymond of the Hawks. Just to go back and scoop up the ball. She lost it for a second. Still with possession here. This is the first offensive possession of the second half for the Hawks. She's got to get rid of the ball. And does. Raymond. Pass up front. Shot. Oh, just before the shot, the ball is taken out of the stick of number 9, Taylor Crouch. Here come the Knights. I believe that's Tiana Hapsis. It is. Turning the Jets on. Go, Speed Racer, go. Hapsis lost control of it, but she's able to scoop up her own miss. Her own ground ball, excuse me. And there's number 23, Marissa Hernandez. Hernandez gives it over to Mackenzie Lane. Mackenzie scoring and passing with ease here this afternoon. Shot and a goal! Took everyone there by surprise. Good pass over there from Mackenzie Lane. Can't see who had the goal. I believe that was number 10, Bailey D'Amico. Can you see the number? It was Bailey D'Amico. She saw her sister Madison. Bailey, saw her sister Madison have 2 goals in the first half, decided she wanted to get in on the scoring action as well, and now she has a goal to her name, and Mackenzie Lane has another assist to go along with her 5 goals. She already had 2 assists in the first half, so Mackenzie Lane filling up the scoreboard here this afternoon. That night's goal was scored by number 10, Bailey D'Amico. Assisted by number 20, Mackenzie Lane. And 5 minutes into this second half, and the score is 18-1. What a goal from the outside. Whoa, that caught everyone by surprise. Hunter Giangrasso, I believe that was. I don't even think that she knew she could score from all the way out there. Nice move. Giangrasso puts that ball. That is not Giangrasso. Where is it? Yeah, Nicole Campbell that was. That night's goal was scored by number 2, Nicole Campbell. Nicole Campbell, her first goal of the game. And an exciting one. Campbell was well out of the offensive zone, or close to a goal-scoring range, and she bounced it into the net. Here's Mackenzie Lane behind the cage. Marissa Hernandez is able to scoop that one up. Deja Cabia. Cabia gets into a good scoring zone. She was oh so close to the crease there, right out in front. Able to get that shot off, but it is saved. Hunter Giangrasso, I don't know how she got that ground ball. There was 3 black jerseys around her, but somehow she's able to scoop it up and restart this offensive possession for the Knights as we are approaching 10 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Giangrasso. She wants to get in on the scoring action as well. Mackenzie Lane working it from behind the cage. A long possession here for the Knights. Mackenzie Lane putting the shoulder into the defender that's in front of her. Getting some space. Pass. Great save. Wilson making another terrific save here in this second half. Ball is still in possession of the Knights, though, as Hunter Giangrasso has it. Looking for something, looking for anything. Actually, excuse me, she had passed that over to Laura Tigler. I had missed that, or Leila Tigler. I had missed that. Mackenzie Lane is the one closest to the end line after the missed shot. And the shot clock will be restarted. Taylor Stambow, loneliest player on the field here this afternoon. She's got 2 saves to her name. And outside of that, she really has not been tested. She did give up that goal early on in the first half, but it's been all roses since then. Good defensive move there by Hapsis, forcing the ill-advised pass that will go down as a turnover, or will it, as the ball, or excuse me, the whistle was blown. Here come the Knights. Pass up front, shot, and no goal. Good opportunity there, but it's a missed one. And I think the Knights are going to get the ball back on a restart, though. Or are they? I believe a yellow card was just issued. It was. We have a Knights player taking it some time in the penalty area. Our first major penalty of the game. 2 minutes. Knights going to be down a player. That is number 13, Leela Tingler. She's going to take a seat on the bench. Or, excuse me, in the penalty area. Here's Deasia Kabia. Had a chance for her second goal of the game. Deasia, the shot. Oh, what a save by Wilson. Deasia had a great opportunity there and a great shot. And a better save by Wilson of the Hawks. Here come the Hawks. Ground ball. Who will get it? The Knights. Once again, here's Marissa Hernandez. Mackenzie Lane. She will still have possession here after the whistle. We've played over 10 minutes here in this second half. The score is 19-1. Only 2 goals for the Knights here this second half. Knights doing much more of moving the ball around, not trying to force the issue as much as they were in the first half. Can't say I blame them. Walk out of here with a victory and with no injuries. That ball goes over the head of everyone. It goes out of bounds, or does it? It does not, but a whistle is blown on the Knights, and the Hawks will have possession. A slow restart will end up in a turnover. Here's Deasia. Doesn't have numbers, but she does have space. Oh, tries to go for the pass over to Lane, but it's intercepted. A good deflection, and the two teams are at even strength now. A great move by Deasia. She forced the defense in towards her, tried to make that extra pass. Just could not complete it. Here's Mackenzie Lane looking for her 6th goal of the game. Will she get it? Not on that shot. Mamma mia, another good save there by Wilson. Wilson turning up the intensity here this second half as she's made a couple really nice saves. Good pass, but just a little far out in front. It'll go down as a turnover. Here's Aaron Moran up to Hapsis. Here's Hapsis turning on the Jets. Over. Hunter Giangrasso in the middle. Tingler, a shot. Better save by Wilson. Man, Wilson, this game would be close to 25-1 if Wilson wasn't in between the pipes here in this second half. Wilson has made tremendous save after tremendous save. And though she will be walking away with an L here this afternoon, she has no reason to walk off the field with her head hung low. It's been a great afternoon for her. Aaron Moran gives it up to Lane. Lane can't catch that one cleanly, and that's a turnover. Head coach Candace Schroeder for the Knights never wants to see her team turn it over, but she can. Her team can afford to turn it over now that they're up 20-1, and Marissa Hernandez now gets in on the scoring. Hernandez, her first goal of the afternoon. She is now the 10th different Knights player to score a goal this afternoon. 20 goals for the Knights, scored by 10 different players. What an incredible afternoon it has been. And Alexis Corbett-Fenical is taking a seat in the penalty area, or is she? And the number 12 was up in there in the penalty zone for a second, and it is. It's back up there. She'll take a 1-minute seat on the bench. Don't know if she'll come back in after the penalty. Game is very much in hand. That Knight's goal was scored by number 23, Marissa Hernandez. Hernandez got in on the scoring action. She is usually a defensive player. She is a freshman out of Dundalk, Maryland, and she spent her high school tenure at Eastern Tech. That is a very good athletic program. Here's Corbett-Fenical, so she's actually not in the penalty zone. Someone else is. But they won't be for very much longer, as there's only 5 seconds left on the man-up opportunity, and that's all the Knights need. Sabrina Lepus doesn't score often. That's why she's so excited. Now the 11th different player for the Knights to score a goal. I'm laughing because that reminded me, I only ever scored 1 goal playing soccer, and it was in a game that was already 8-0, and I celebrated just like that afterwards. Pretty sure it was the most embarrassed my dad had ever been of me. We're approaching the final 10 minutes of the game, and Sabrina Lepus with the goal. It is now a 20-point game. That's something you don't see very often at any level. Scoring 20 points in lacrosse, kind of like scoring 20 runs in baseball. It's just not something you see very often. That Knight's goal was scored by number 14, Sabrina Lepus. Sabrina's got a nice fan club with her, though. Here come the Knights. Shot just wide of the net, and the Knights continuing to work hard, but Melina Wilson working harder as she was the first one to the end line, and now the Knights, or excuse me, the Hawks have possession of the ball. Wilson going for a long pass, really the only option she had there, but it's a turnover. Here comes Laura de Guzman. She wants to get on the scoring, doesn't. Oh, so close. It was a high shot, and it was saved by Wilson. At this point, it feels like, I'm sure for de Guzman, that she's the only player for the Knights who doesn't have a goal to her name. That's not the case, but I'm sure it feels like that for her. Sure she wants to get a goal, particularly because this may be her best chance to get a goal. She's normally a defensive player, so she doesn't find herself getting many opportunities at goal. Here's Erin Moran. She does have a goal to her name, 2, I believe. Yes, 2 goals for Moran. Here's Corbett-Fenical. Up to de Guzman. Shot! Save! Melanie Wilson. point-blank shot from de Guzman is saved. Corbett Fennicle over to Lepus. Lepus loses possession, but she will get that back, though, as foul was committed. Just over 10 minutes left here in this contest. Contest that has been dominated from the beginning by the Knights. At one point, it was a 1-1 game, but after that, it was total domination by the Knights. Lepus, their second goal of the game. She split the wickets that time. Nice move. Went through the legs. And congratulations to Sabrina. Doesn't get many opportunities at goal scoring, but now she's got 2. Sabrina, let's see, is a freshman midfielder out of Essex, Maryland, who spent her time at Eastern Tech. So, like I said, Eastern Tech, it's a very good sports program there, and Sabrina is a local athlete out of Essex. That's why the Sabrina fan club is so loud and vocal here this afternoon. Just over 10 minutes left to play. 22-1 is the score. It's been an afternoon that a lot of these Knights players will never forget. Mackenzie Lane, Alexis Corbett Fennicle, 5 goals apiece. But if you're a Hawks player, coach, or fan, you'd like to forget this one pretty soon. Pretty quickly. Alexis Corbett Fennicle. Pass over, and that is deflected. And intercepted by Hunter Giangrasso. Good long clear attempt, but just right to the stick of Hunter. Here comes Mackenzie Lane. No goals for her since the first half. Same thing for Alexis Corbett Fennicle. Now, if you would have asked me that, if that would have been the case at the start of this second half, I would not have agreed with you. Shot. Tigler. Good. She gets in on the scoring as well, and that is her first goal of the afternoon. Layla Tingler. That Knight's goal was scored by number 13, Layla Tingler. Tingler with the goal. She now becomes the 12th different player to score a goal in this game for the Knights. And with under 10 minutes left to play, they may have a couple extra players score goals as well. Here comes Corbett Fennicle. They're still going to work hard to get de Guzman a goal, I'm sure, because that's who the pass was for there. De Guzman couldn't field it cleanly, but she was able to scoop up the ground ball. Mackenzie Lane into goal scoring. Shot, no good, but the Knights are there to scoop up the ground ball. That's Steigler. Steigler with the pass over the cage, trying to get to Lepus, who fell down on the ground after not being able to catch that ball, and she's holding her ankle. Trainer's going to come out onto the field. Teams will take a break. And the clock will stop. 23-1 is the score. We'll take a break with the timeout. Be back after this. And the whistle has blown, and we will restart things, but an update for you on the injury. That was something no one likes to see, as Sabrina did not leave the field under her own power, so I'm sure we will not see her for the rest of this game, and we hope for her speedy recovery. 6 minutes and some change left here in this contest, a contest that has been dominated by the Knights from the opening whistle. 23-1 is the score. Alexis Corbett-Fennicle over to Lane. Lane. It's a great opportunity for the Knights to work in their offense. Here's Corbett-Fennicle. Fennicle over to Guzman. And that is a shot clock violation. I got to say, that's the first time I've ever seen that. Not something you see every day. I don't know if that was intentional or they just lost track of time. But with just over 5 minutes left to play, the Knights turn the ball over. But they may get it right back as that ball is on the ground, now in the air. Gian Grasso is the one closest to it. She can't get it. Here come the Hawks. Can they get their second goal of the game? They cannot. Gian Grasso, great defensive play, swatted that ball away. And Bailey D'Amico picked up the ground ball. And now here the Knights go. Nicole Campbell looking for something. Finds Mackenzie Lane, who finds Corbett-Fennicle. Under 5 minutes, Fennicle. To De Guzman. This is her best opportunity. Goal! Finally! Laura De Guzman has been working double overtime to get that goal and finally does. It is now 24-1. And that makes 14 different goal scorers in this game. Let's double check that. Yeah, I didn't go to college. That makes 13. Laura De Guzman, a defenseman, sophomore out of Parkville, Maryland, spent her high school time at Parkville High School. That's my neck of the woods. Just under 4 minutes left to play. And the restart will be won by the Hawks. Oh, no, violation. Knights have the ball. That Knights goal was scored by number 1, Laura De Guzman. Here comes Alexis Corbett-Fennicle. Here are the Knights moving the ball around. Something's opened up, and nothing happens from it, though, as the ball ends up on the ground, and the possession will go to the Hawks. And with under 3 minutes left here in this game, the Hawks, I'm sure, want to get off the field. It's been a tough afternoon here for them. Luckily, the weather was nice. Well over the stick of Franklin, but she's able to chase it down, pick it up. And here comes Franklin. Oh, hey, it's Franklin. Shot. Oh, just missed, but the Guzman is the closest one to the line. The Guzman catch. Shot. Oh, just wide of the net, but she was the closest one to the end line. Good hustle there. Layla Tingler, the catch and shoot. It never ends. 25-1. Largest score I've ever seen here. Eight goals here in the second half. And we're now under a minute, and this will be the final play of the game. Hawks have an opportunity to get a goal in that final minute. Here they go. Good opportunity. Goal! Whoa, that was quick. Kayla Clark, the goal for the Hawks. That will be the final play of the game, I think. Unless they can get a restart or get a face-off going in the next 25 seconds. Which it doesn't look like that's going to happen. That Hawks goal was scored by number 8, Kayla Clark. And, yep, that will be all she wrote. Uxbridge will get one more face-off. And it's won by Clark again. But this time Clark does not have enough time, to go coast to coast. I'm Aaron Thomas. Want to thank you for joining us this evening, and please come back again on Saturday when we have more lacrosse action here at CCBC Essex. The game starts at 12 o'clock. We'll see you then. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of tonight's contest. We thank you for joining us this evening. As you